Good afternoon. Welcome to SAIT's 2026 Spring Convocation Ceremony. This afternoon's ceremony will begin in 5 minutes. Good afternoon. Welcome to SAIT's 2026 Spring Convocation Ceremony. Please stand if you are able.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Catambrase porte le paye, il se porte la croix. Ton histoire tu l'épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. Good afternoon, everyone. President Ross, Chair Erickson, board members, distinguished guests, graduates, faculty, staff, family, and friends, welcome to SAIT's Spring 2026 Convocation Ceremony. I'm Janet Welch, SAIT's Vice President Academic, and it's my honor to MC today's ceremony. Graduates, today is the culmination of your hard work, ambition, and determination. Your lectures, assignments, capstone projects, and exams, all of it has led you here to this moment. We couldn't be happier to come together and celebrate your achievements. Before we get underway, let's remember that Convocation is a day to cheer on all our graduates, from the first to cross the stage to the last. Please show your respect by staying for the duration of today's ceremony. Oki, ambawastich, danitada, tanshe, hello. We are located on the traditional territories of the Niitsitapi Blackfoot and the people of Treaty 7, which includes the Siksika, the Piikani, the Kainai, the Tsuut'ina, and the Îyârhe Nakoda of Bearspaw, Chiniki, and Goodstoney. We are situated in an area the Blackfoot tribes traditionally called Mohkinstsis, where the Bow River meets the Elbow River. We now call it the city of Calgary, which is also home to the Métis Nation of Alberta. I'm deeply grateful to be able to live, work, and learn on this land, and I honor the rich history and culture of its original caretakers. At this time, I'd like to invite Randy Turning Robe Jr., member of Siksika Nation and the Turning Robe Drum Group, to perform an honor song in recognition of our graduates. The Turning Robe Drum Group is a fifth-generation powwow drum group. Please welcome them.
Hey!
Thank you to Randy and the Turning Robe Drum Group for that powerful opening. I'd also like to thank Carrie Petrie for doing such a wonderful job singing O Canada, as well as our pipers, Bill Hawes and Jeannie Hawes-Schultz. And a special thank you to our graduates in our photojournalism program. They captured the beautiful images you saw on the screen as you entered the auditorium. Graduates, today is a big day. You will cross the stage, accept your credential, and take part in a rite of passage that holds meaningful significance, not only for you, but for everyone cheering you on. Today is a day you will always remember. This auditorium is brimming with pride and anticipation. But let's find out who's the most excited, the crowd or the grads? So let's start with all of the supporters in attendance today. Family and friends, can you make some noise for the class of 2026? Well done. SAIT, faculty and staff, it's your turn to get loud. Well done again, but I have a feeling our grads can do better. So class of 2026, give us your all. Great job. We all have a reason to cheer today. Graduates, you dared to be bold, to pursue the education, the career, and the life you want. You overcame obstacles, stepped out of your comfort zone, persevered, and achieved excellence. You dreamed about this moment, and it's here. As the ceremony unfolds, I hope you'll look back with pride, look ahead with exhilaration, and most importantly, take this all in. Peer out into the crowd as you cross the stage and share a smile with a loved one or your fellow grads. Be present and savor this feeling of accomplishment. You've earned it. Let's keep that applause going as I announce today's platform party. Members of the platform party, please stand to be acknowledged when you hear your name. Dr. David Ross, SAIT President and CEO. David Erickson, Chair, SAIT Board of Governors. Heather Magatu, Vice President, Student Affairs and External Relations. Felix Montanez, valedictorian. Richard Strubant, SAIT Board of Governors. Emily Barassa, Chief Financial Officer and Vice President, Corporate Services. Dr. Neera Arora, Registrar. Scott Robinson, Associate Registrar. Sherry Bowker, Dean, School for Advanced Digital Technology and Academic Services. Jessica Whiting, Associate Dean, School for Advanced Digital Technology. Sarah Fillier, Associate Dean, School for Advanced Digital Technology. Susan Billington, SAIT Board of Governors. Sylvie Rahman, SAITSA Vice President. Veer Rajgor, SAITSA President. Amy Leong, SAIT Board of Governors. Sanjeev Kad, SAIT Board of Governors. And last but not least, the academic chairs from the School for Advanced Digital Technology, if you could also rise. President Ross, Chair Erickson, board members, distinguished guests, members of the Platform Party, graduates, faculty, staff, family and friends, I declare SAIT's Spring 2026 Convocation Ceremony duly assembled for the conferring of parchments. I would now like to invite SAIT's President and CEO, Dr. David Ross, to bring his greetings to the graduating class.
Good afternoon, everyone. That was kind of lame, right? Good afternoon, everyone. Wide awake. Thank you. Thank you very much, Chair Erickson, fellow board members, of course, honored guests, graduands, faculty, staff, and all the family and friends that are with us this afternoon. Thank you. Thank you for being here to mark what is a very important day. Convocation really is a moment where we often talk about things like resilience, and you've proven your resilience, I know, by adapting, by pushing through, and of course by arriving here today to graduate. But I want to talk to you about something else today. I want to talk about something which I think is very, very important, and that's leadership. Leadership. Because every one of you leaves here today and really, I think, in a position to lead in some way. That means perhaps leading a team. It may mean leading within your workplace, perhaps something in your community. But sometimes it means simply leading yourself, holding to your values, making good decisions, being accountable, continuing to move forward when things, I know, can be difficult at times. But wherever it shows up, please, don't be afraid to lead. Well, how do you do that? I think first of all, you need to use what you've learned here, and importantly, use how you've learned here. And what does that mean? Through applied learning, through real-world projects, through your connections with industry. You haven't just studied your field, you've practiced it. You've solved real-world problems. You've worked with real partners. And that should help you develop confidence. Confidence to take the next steps and to deal with what comes next. Bring your ideas forward. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to build. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Especially, don't be afraid to innovate. That's very important. Now, I know resilience helps with all that, helps us all endure. And leadership, that's what I believe helps move us forward. Not only for yourselves, but for our city, for our province, for our country, and for many beyond. And leadership isn't defined when things are easy necessarily. It often is defined by how you respond when things aren't so easy. Perhaps it's how you deal with setbacks, how you get back up sometimes, how you choose to move forward when the path maybe isn't clear. I also know you're entering a world where truth sometimes can feel a little blurred, a little hard to figure out. You've heard that opinion and fact often are treated as the same thing. Well, they're not the same thing. They're just not. And what do strong leaders do? Strong leaders take the time, they take the time to listen. Strong leaders take the time to question, to find out those kernels of truth, and importantly, help clarify what really matters. Now, with all that, there really isn't any single way to lead. Not all leaders look the same. Not all leaders rely on the same skills. Not all leaders rely on the same strengths. You're going to develop your own style. For me, I'll share with you, I started in a very small town in a remote part of Nova Scotia. And leadership, I can share with you there, wasn't about your title at all. In fact, it was looked at in terms of responsibility. It showed up when you helped your neighbor, how you made sure people were okay. Very important, because really in a place like that, I watched my parents, for example, they were my role models, and they stepped up, not just for themselves and our family, but for others. And I can tell you that really helped me shape how I lead. And now, you're going to shape how you lead. You're going to figure out what works for you, what you're good at, what you value, what you can sustain over time. That really does help make leadership real. Now, as you take the next step, I think it's also, though, important to recognize that you didn't get here alone. So graduates, please, could you join me in thanking all the faculty, all the staff, all the folks in the SAIT community that supported you, that challenged you, and you traveled alongside you throughout that journey. Please. And as I look up in the theater, I also know that your parents, your families, your friends, all of those who encouraged you, who made sacrifices in many cases, and who helped make this day possible. Could you join me in thanking them as well? So here we are. I don't think we're at the end, I think we're at the beginning. The future is not something to wait for. It is right in front of you. Act on it. You've taken on something challenging and you have succeeded. That's why you're here today. Today you cross the stage not just with a credential, but with the confidence that comes from earning it and from knowing how to apply it. You're ready. Go forward full of confidence, be leaders, full of purpose, and ready to lead in your own way. The opportunity is yours. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you, President Ross. Now I'm honored to introduce the Chair of SAIT's Board of Governors, David Erickson.
You ready? Good afternoon. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Janet. President Ross, fellow board members, honored guests, graduands, faculty, staff, family, and friends. As board chair, I've had the opportunity and the privilege of standing in this room many times. 3 times a year, we gather here at the Jubilee Auditorium to celebrate you, our soon-to-be SAIT alumni. Every time, there's a clear and consistent feeling. You can see it, feel it, and occasionally hear it. To me, that feeling has a name, and it's joy. That's why I really look forward to coming to these ceremonies. I don't know about you, but I think we could all use a lot more joy in the world. With everything going on, we need more of the things that light us up and bring us together. This was clear to me during the Artemis II mission, a historic 10-day expedition around the moon. What stood out, though, wasn't just the mission itself, it was how people rallied around it. From watching the rocket blast off to hearing the story of one crew member who named a crater after his late wife, people came together and shared in something bigger than themselves. That's why I hope you take a moment to see, feel, and hear the joy in this room today. These are moments that deserve your attention. You've earned it. Getting here, getting to this stage, took a lot of hard work. Those late-night study sessions, the capstone projects, even the group projects that tested your patience. Every moment of uncertainty and challenge built something in you, resilience and perseverance. But I'm going to be honest with you, those aren't skills you're done building. You're going to need to keep growing them every day of your career. The world you're stepping into is unsettled and will continue to throw twists and turns at you. Sometimes the path forward will be uncomfortable. I know that from experience, because I know late in my career, I was asked to step into a role I originally said I didn't want. I was asked to run a company with a very important and impactful mandate, but it was in turmoil. And although the prospect of this new role was very daunting, I knew deep down that it was truly in the best interest of the company and the people it served to assume the CEO role. I also knew in my heart that it was the right thing for me. It took me exactly where I needed to go, because sometimes the things you're not sure about end up mattering the most. That's why it's okay to be uncomfortable. You won't always feel ready or get it right. You'll make mistakes. But what matters is that you learn from them and keep going, building that resilience and perseverance. Today, you're leaving SAIT with a proven ability to learn. While that may not seem like a big deal, it's exactly the skill set you'll need to work and thrive in tomorrow's uncertainty. New technologies will emerge, industries will shift, and change will remain constant. But you've already proven you can adapt and figure it out. And that's not nothing, it's everything. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you, Chair Erickson. President Ross will now recognize SAIT's 2026 President's Student Leadership Award recipients.
Each year, it is my honor to award the President's Award to an outstanding student club for their innovation and their initiative in creating opportunities for SAIT, but most importantly, their fellow students, connection with industry, and the communities that we all live in. Our award recipients join a long list of graduates who began their community service while at SAIT and have gone on. They've gone on to be our city's builders, their innovators, and their trailblazers. The recipient of SAIT's 2026 President's Student Leadership Award are Enactus SAIT and Megabyte SAIT. Please. And I know there's members in the room today. Enactus SAIT is an institution-wide student organization that empowers students to transform ideas into sustainable social, economic, and environmental impact through entrepreneurship. It has been recognized nationally. The team delivers award-winning projects, inclusive programming, and campus-wide engagement, including this year's SAIT's first 24-hour hackathon. With more than 40 members and 3,000 volunteer hours, Enactus fosters leadership, innovation, and collaboration while strengthening community partnerships and preparing industry-ready, socially responsible, impactful graduates through participation, including global competitions. So congratulations to Enactus SAIT on receiving the 2026 President's Student Leadership Award. Our second award recipient is Megabyte SAIT, a student-led technology club that fosters innovation, collaboration, and industry connections. Through large-scale hackathons, capture the flag competitions, workshops, and partnerships like Her Tech Connect, the club creates hands-on learning and networking opportunities. Its volunteer-driven team enhances campus life while strengthening SAIT's presence in Alberta's tech ecosystem through inclusive events, mentorship, and outreach. Megabyte is a hub for student engagement, for professional growth, and certainly for community building. With that, congratulations to Megabyte SAIT on receiving the 2026 President's Student Leadership Award.
Thank you, President Ross, and congratulations again to our award recipients. Now, I would like to introduce our valedictorian, Felix Gabriel Montanez, graduating from the Software Development Program. Since arriving at SAIT, Felix has paired academic growth with meaningful service and leadership. From his first semester, Felix volunteered as an English conversation partner to help students build confidence and as a musician with the Interfaith Center. He later applied his community-mindedness to Enactus SAIT, first as a member at large, later becoming the Research and Development Director. He also represented Enactus SAIT at regional and national expositions. With a view towards sustainability, Felix led the Enactus SAIT Hydroherder Project, a nationally recognized initiative harnessing the power of AI to detect water infrastructure leaks before they become disasters. He also initiated a coffee grounds upcycling initiative and Ecosphere, a partnership with SAIT's Applied Research and Innovation Services Hub that uses green building technology for carbon audits and resource optimization. Felix has been recognized with the Jack Moore Award and the Finning Canada Indigenous Student Endowment Fund Award. Alongside his campus leadership, he completed a data analytics internship with de Havilland Aircraft of Canada, later securing a full-time role as a data software developer and data analyst. Please welcome Felix Gabriel Montanez.
President Ross, Chair Erickson, distinguished guests, members of the Platform Party, Dean Sherry Bowker, faculty and staff, families and friends, good afternoon. We can be louder than that, guys, come on. And to my fellow graduates from the School of Advanced Digital Technology, congratulations. It is a privilege to stand before you today as your valedictorian. And as we celebrate the accomplishment that we have achieved together. Every one of us in this room has a story on why we are here today. None of them are straightforward, none of them are certain, and yet here we are. No one arrived here with a perfect story. I certainly don't. With every achievement comes setbacks, regrets, and moments we thought might define us forever. I'll be honest with everyone. In this life, I have made many mistakes. But what I've come to realize is that mistakes are inevitable. Regrets are inevitable. What is not is what we choose to do after. That is the only part that is up to us. And the very reason every one of us is in this room today is because at some point in our lives, we all faced that moment of adversity. And in that moment, we had to make a choice. For the parents, the graduates, and the guests here with us today, in the story that we call our lives, we choose to keep going, to try, even knowing that we might fail. So why then, I ask of you, why do you keep choosing to try when life batters you with so many reasons to stop? It's the dream. The promise we made to ourselves some time ago that we wanted to make something of ourselves, that I wanted to become somebody. And that stubborn promise kept us through everything. Take a look back at the moments you almost quit, and in the nights you carried a weight alone that no one will ever understand. But you kept going, because that dream on the other side of you asks, hey, if you want to get here, I ask for one more attempt from you, and then another, until we get it done. Looking at the graduates here today, I have come to an observation. We are not just tech people. We are not just software developers or data analysts or whatever it is printed in the titles of our diploma. No, we have become more than that. Throughout this journey, we have become problem solvers, and a problem solver that does not quit until the job is done. And look at that, guys. So we did. And in that journey, we had so many sleepless nights. But these were never ours alone. Our instructors lost sleep trying to make sense of whatever we submitted at midnight. I know, I did that too. Our parents lost sleep working tirelessly and worrying about us. And so did the people next to you, our fellow graduates who, on day one, were a bunch of strangers, and now we have the privilege to call our dear friends. But if there is one community who has changed my journey more than any classroom, it's Enactus SAIT. A group of students and mentors building something bigger than ourselves. I would like to give thanks to Joy Ishigo and Rami Haddad, our faculty advisors, who were always there when I needed them the most. To my Enactus family, as we always say, we inspire, we create, we are Enactus SAIT. You guys have inspired me to create things I never thought I was capable of. To the many instructors in chair, you have put me into places I could have never imagined. To de Havilland Aircraft Canada for giving a student like me the opportunity to contribute in the Canadian aerospace industry. To my auntie, uncle, cousins, and nephews who made Canada feel like my home. To my siblings who always supported me ever since I was young. And finally, to my mother and father who have sacrificed so much. Sacrifices that put me and my siblings to where we are right now. Sacrifices that no son can ever really comprehend. Ma, Pa, hindi ako magiging valedictorian kung hindi sa inyo, pero higit sa anumang titulo, ako ay ang inyong anak. Maraming salamat. The road does not end on this stage. Whatever comes next, we walk into it with everything this journey has given us. I will be frank, everyone. There is so much uncertainty waiting for us past the four walls of our classroom. The job market is tough, layoffs are happening, and the future has not promised us anything. But I am certain of one thing. Whatever waits for us, we are ready for it. Because what this journey has taught us is not something we will forget, rather, it is who we have become. And in this moment, right here, is our achievement. Not just mine, not just the person sitting next to you, ours. To the parents, to the graduates, to the guests, and to the people watching from wherever you may be in this world today, thank you. Every story that brought us here today, present or distant, made this moment what it is. Years from now, when the caps and the gowns are all in a random box somewhere in a random warehouse, and this time and this world has moved so distant and far away. Remember this moment. Remember the people who carried you when you couldn't carry yourself. Remember those nights that just almost broke you, and the choice you made again and again and again to keep moving forward. That is what you carry out of here today. Not a diploma, you, into the future of this city, this great country, and wherever your road may take you. Because remember, everyone, our stories are never straightforward, they were never certain, and yet here we are. My friends, class of 2026, congratulations.
Thank you, Felix, and congratulations again. Graduates, let's take a moment to reflect on all that led you here and where everything you've learned will take you. Please have a look at the screen.
Welcome to this moment. It's ours. It's a celebration, an acknowledgement of all our hard work. It's the day we've been waiting for. And to get to this moment, there have been so many more. Moments of collaboration, discovery, inspiration, and where we've turned, "Can I do this?" into, "Yeah, we got this." We've put in the work to do the work. From early mornings to late nights, from all corners of the globe, we've come together and we've grown together, doing what it takes to succeed. We've been out there, in the field, getting our hands dirty, doing, solving, rising to the challenge. Because experience is everything. We are ready for what's next. Ready to be part of the industries that build the present and power the future, that create the infrastructure and connect people. The industries that are making a better world, where we want to live. We are the disruptors, the implementers, the next great idea. And we're ready for the future of advanced digital technology, business, construction, energy, health, public safety, hospitality, tourism, manufacturing, automation, transportation. This is where we've learned what we're truly capable of. This is the moment we've been waiting for. We are SAIT. and this is the class of 2026.
What a great reminder of all your accomplishments. It's now time for the presentation of the graduands. Please remember, Convocation is a special day to honor all our grads, from the first to cross the stage to the very last. To ensure every graduate receives the recognition they deserve, please remain in the auditorium for the entire ceremony. Graduands, after crossing the stage, kindly return to your seat and stay until the conclusion of the event. Your support and respect makes this celebration even more meaningful for everyone. So, are you ready? Let's do this. Two esteemed members of SAIT's School for Advanced Digital Technology will be sharing the honor of announcing today's graduands. Instructor Dan Stevenson and Industry Liaison Coordinator Autumn Heinz. Here's Dan Stevenson to start us off.
President Ross, Chair Erickson, board members, distinguished guests, graduands, faculty, staff, family, and friends. It's my honor and pleasure to present SAIT's Spring 2026 graduating class. Our graduands will cross the stage and pause for a photo with the dean of our school. Graduands, if you prefer to forego handshaking, simply cross your arms to signal this. You may have read in your program that Darby Photos, the official photographer for SAIT Convocation, is taking pictures of the graduates as they cross the stage. Each student will receive a free high-resolution download of their photo, courtesy of SAIT's Alumni and Development Department. Photos can be ordered after the ceremony using a special access code you'll receive by email in the coming days. We also want to hear from you on social media about your important day. Connect with us at SAIT Alumni and share your photos and videos using the hashtag SAIT2026. I ask friends and family to please hold your applause until the last graduate from each program has been announced. I now invite Sherry Bowker, our dean, to take her position at the front of the stage. And we will start with our first graduate from the Cybersecurity for Control Systems program, Michael Irvin Pekana. Akshar Patel. Lucky Patel. And lastly, Siddharth Solanki. And I now present the graduates from our Data Analytics program, starting with Pratibh Ha. Priyadarshini Arupakosam. Lisa Baraya. Nandini Broadwij. John Kenneth Celicia. Nancy Dahal. Pooja Gurung. Jagdeep Kaur. Florentine Kengo. Farhaz Ahmed Kulathor. Sarah Lalick. Samuel Yachina Nawafor. Patel Hardy. Naeem Patel. Kior Savalea. Anish Shaha. Areyinka Sulagabiai. Amanpreet Singh. Jiwanjot. Monu. Omsai Barguv Aluri. Krisha Bhatia. Gursimanpreet Kaur. Himani Delabarami Makawana. And lastly from this program, Jill Mangrolia. I now take pleasure in pronouncing our graduates from the Film and Video Production program. First up is Kishmet. Next up, Kova Aguilar. Elo Angre Algren. Anna Andrews. Jeremy Ald. Austin Aveyard. Addison Bennett. Brielle Biblo. David Blaze. Lee Bugner. Karsten Bueller Espicano. Ireland Casey. Morgan Connell. Anthony Koo. Ralph Adrian Corvera. Will Rose Cross. Paige Cuthbert. Just hang on. All right. Perseus Desjardins. Lucas Dinano. Kaylin DeKelt. Ethan Dodging Horse. Lincoln Eleanor. Eduardo Estevan. Ethan Foz. Chase Gray. Thomas Haynes. Samantha Hayner. Alina Helmer. Braden Hockley. Jake Huckster. Benjamin Ingram. Jeswyn James. Debbie Jovancha. Jasmine Lee. Sun Lee. Ethan Lewis. Owen Lewis. Jessica Liu. Hunter McCrae. Daniel Mutteros. Sergio Pena Soto. He brought the cheering section. Aldwin Ramos. Just hang on. Garen Raynor. John Paul Sedongdong. Abraham Sebastian. Summer Seats. Colton Slavic. Jasper Sutton. Morgan Swayston. Noah Vormatag. Kaylin Winter. Peter Wright. Eamon Zelenik. Jirik Lee Alastra. Ahmed Sadif Owenthrow. Alexi Karen. Vadim Chopra. Clarence Krodawa. Miriam Daramola. Callum Davies. Oh, hold on. Hannah De Silva. Emmanuel Del Rosario. Cam Tondo. Chad Drake. Jordan Goody Allen. Amani Higazai. Jace Hillis. Jaylene Hughes. Jada Hutchison. Waqwas Ali Javid. Faikma Kaleem. Anmol Kanwar. Michael Kubik. Ayab Mohammed. Dallas Morey. Arcil Junior Hovgo. Marco Navarez. Cal Ninov. Darren Obsuna. Paul Owano. Valentino Palacio. Jeel Jingan Kumar Patel. Francisco Carlos Papali. Jacob Rafa. Kevin Salazar Hernandez. Got to get the selfie. Dante Salinas Garcia. Jose Santi. Jashanpreet Singh. Bak Tran. Jared Jagogakis. And lastly from this program, Charlene Vare. And now I take pleasure in presenting the graduates from the Information Technology Services program, starting with Gia. Sundali. Iomidi Adewomani. A little bit of a wardrobe malfunction. There we go, back on track. Hani Alhamid Ismail. Alan Amel. Maria Eduarda Arjulo de Lira. Maria Lucilia Byron. Sargan Kaur Benapal. Nathan Brand. Colton Buraton. Gabby Caveza. Ratish Devaser. Delight Twain de Guzman. Connor DeRosa. Tami Lolua Filey Runme. Daniel Goldstein. Matthew Harvey. Thomas Hewitt. Devancho Jamwal. Devanshi Kalra. Navjot Kaur. Molokin Kito. Omar Khan. Ananya Kurana. Arana Kurana. Jude Lemwan. Clayton Ma. Mahir Mada. Ron Rick Manuel. Sean McIntyre. Marcus Mitchell. Isa Monmariar. Masha Maradi. Gina Ray Nawantwan. Dean Nguyen. Deveji Prapoija. Sheena Parmar. Matthew Piercy. Lawrence Porquilla. Aiden Salmon. Sia Sharif. Shadi Sheikh. Avijit Singh. Karanbir Singh. Shubhantra Singh. Tavjir Singh. David Tilyubekov. Michael Varga. Angel Varghese. Zongtrao Wei. Amanda West. Tyson Wong. Madhur Yadav. Obalula Yami Awakwanke. And lastly from this program, Amelia Yu. I now present our graduates from the Interactive Design, Graphic Design, and User Experience major, Angie Hernandez. And from the Interactive Design Diploma, Graphic Design major, starting with Michelle Kayan Babney. Janelle Marique Babnaria. Denise Biano. Kieran Buncy. John Iran Kapunpon. John Cinco. Ava Estam Haravi. Isia El Shavli. Kylie Farrell. Kirsten Forsyth. Molly Goer. Annalise Kristalka. Amanda Quang. Kwok Thien Mai. Ian Messer. Jackson Morstrad. Cortland O'Boyle. Kevin James Otilia. Abigail Robbins. Emil Sabu. Nandini Samwal. Sandre Valerino.
Hey, Dan.
Good to see you. And last of this major, Raymond Vargas. I now take pleasure in presenting our graduates from the Interactive Design Diploma User Experience major, starting with Emma Bukta. Ankit Boudoir. Matthew Campbell. Yen Duan. Anthony Gordon. Demery Johnson. Nia Muridina. Taylor Matthew. Maria Rose Malhall. Fariba Noir. Robin Parody. Bertie Penna-Guzman. Ivy Porras. Siobhan Santine. Alexander Suretrovic. Wing Tan. And the last of this major, Arnold Tushala. And now I take pleasure in presenting the graduates from the Interactive Design Diploma, Web Development and Design major. These are the students I've worked with the most, starting with Nicole Bagarin. Radzil Bunang. Drashti Duborenia. Ewan Fitzpatrick. Ria Gamosa. Marvik Incantes. Jaspreet Kaur. Shanpreet Kaur. Ashley Lawless. Chris and I have been trying to coordinate outfits for 2 years. I think we finally did it. Chris Nordrum. Finn O'Driscoll. Pranay Patel. Rachel Payette. Diane Schultz. And lastly, Madonna Sudra Das. One more graduate from the Information Technologies program in the software development major, and this is Samuel Yong.
And now I take pleasure in presenting the graduates for the Radio, Television, and Broadcast News program, majoring in radio. Emily Arthur. Dave Chan. Dib Dooley. Benjamin Giroux. Melissa Zenak Christensen. Rena Jiang. Andre Leger. Benjamin McGinnis. Jamie Olette. Noctulo Rocobo. Daniel Shaw. Keenan Sikora. George Stahakas. Maya Wendell. And lastly, Sarah Wolf. Majoring in television production under the Radio, Television, and Broadcast News program is Julia Sheila Alvarez. Dylan Forsyth. Allison Frazier. Jasmine King. Sadie Leach. Sophia Lloyd. Megan Mantle. Thomas Mavin. Lorenzo Pulvinar. Dylan Robillard. Gershang Singh. Brandon Tachuk. Carson Wakefield. And lastly, Caitlin Woodward. And now I take pleasure in presenting the graduates for the Software Development Program. Anchel. Biarva. Mishti. Yasmin Abdullahi. Mia Masroor Ahmed. Ahmed Al-Kador. Thank you. Axel Arredondo. Natglen Atanga. Usman Bashrat. Jackson Batista. Carl Batista. Aaron Banot. Wasim Borhat. Chunting Bui. Hans Cabanero. David Cadena. Estefano Campana Munoz. Francis Kyle Carlos. Kenneth Salona. Kyle Chow. Devkumar Chatrala. Karina Kisti. Mohammed Bilal Chaudhry. Collins Christopher. Joseph Andre Cortez. Christian Costilla. Hayden Devac. Tushar Dawar. Uli Dawood. Daniel Dirty. Enota Epengyong. Fatima El-Wahi. Leila Escoto. Ahmed Fakri. Hans Gabriel Feliciano. Xander Fields. Noah Frank. Ivana Gadeo. Muhammad Uvesh Mustahi Ganchi. Jaspreet Graywall. Nishida Grover. Robert Hansen. Chong Yoon Ha. Shiba Husani. Oleksiy Ilnitsky. Mrnal Jha. Kira Johnson. Ashner Kaur. Jasanpreet Kaur. Jasleen Kaur. Jasmine Kaur. Manpreet Kaur. Ravneet Kaur. Sebjir Kaur. Yashneet Kaur. Naman Khanna. Eric Lapierre. Cynthia Lara Flores. Jessica Lara Pisa. Hank Lee. Dominic Lee. Sean Lee. Michael Lee. Evandro Maciel y Silva. Vincent Manitim. Melbourne Marsden. Llewellyn Mata. Joseph Matthew. And our valedictorian, Felix Montanez Montanez. Levi Moreau. Woo. Daniel Muhirga. Spencer Muller. Lucas Manhold de Costa. Yusuf Najafli. Ava Nandel. Safa Nathani. Anderson Neves. David Tai Win Win. Benjamin Julian Jerome Noel. Kelly Okada. Mark Angelo Oladan. Zainab Ozademir. Panjak Panchal. Prince Pyrrhus Pandey. Yash Kumar Pandey. Kunal Ashkobi Patel. Kunj Patel. Pranav Patel. Pratim Patel. Faraj Patel. Yijun Ice Pit Pit. Eileen Pearl Quinones. Alex Ragas. Priya Manjo Rana. Xander Chichira. Alton Ribeiro Jr. Kale Ryden. Theo Sanchez. Shulu Victor Santiago Melo. Christopher Schneider. Brett Shaligan. Smearbir Singh. Sanbir Singh. Fashdeep Singh. Manraj Singh Ranji. Noah Stanich. Lubomir Strelitsky. Graciela Sargento. Heat Talati. Zainab Tanim. Denver Timlick. Krish Trivedi. Charles Joshua Tunogo. Mitali Fade. Lee Abraham Valera. Manraj Firk. Shuin Wong. EJ Wu. Angelo Perez. Anna Isabel Yabut. Kevin Yabut. Connor Yazinski. Zipin Zhang. Santiago Zano. And lastly, Noah Schogner. I now take pleasure in presenting the graduates for the Business Intelligence Data Analysis and Reporting Program. Dojra Balili. Felipe Ormazabal. Cabinet Sanger. And lastly, Prince Adindu. President Ross, some candidates are absent today. I request that you admit each one to the appropriate credential.
On the authority of the Board of Governors and in conformity with the statutes of the Province of Alberta, I admit each one to the appropriate credential in absentia.
President Ross, Chair Erickson, that concludes the presentation of the graduates. On behalf of all assembled here today, I introduce SAIT's newest alumni.
Thank you, Dan and Autumn. Congratulations, graduates. You arrived here today as SAIT students, and you're leaving as members of SAIT alumni family. Here to welcome you to the alumni family is Heather Magatu, Vice President, Student Affairs and External Relations.
Good afternoon, graduates, family, and friends. I am immensely proud to stand before you today to officially welcome you to the SAIT alumni family. You are joining nearly 300,000 fellow graduates who have gone on to build successful careers and fulfilling lives, who are making a difference in Calgary, Canada, and the world. And now you've earned the right to call yourselves one of them. Here's a fun fact. At this week's ceremonies, 399 of our 2026 grads were already SAIT alumni and returned to complete another program. This achievement reflects a commendable commitment to lifelong learning, so let's give them a special round of applause, shall we? While you're leaving SAIT as a graduate, your connection to your instructors, friends, fellow grads, and the institution does not stop today. Our alumni family is a network of people here to celebrate and support you as you move forward and inspire change in the world. Please stay engaged and stay connected. On behalf of myself, the Alumni Development Team, and the SAIT alumni family, congratulations on this monumental achievement. We're honored to celebrate you, SAIT's newest alumni. Now sit back, relax, and let it all sink in. Thank you.
Thank you, Heather. Graduates, we can't wait to see what you do next. In the words of some of our speakers, seize the opportunity to lead. Keep persevering, lean into your skills, and lean on your community and SAIT family. The future you want is yours for the taking, and it all started here at SAIT. Congratulations again, class of 2026. I now conclude this graduation ceremony. Please rise for the recessional. Family and friends, please allow the platform party and then the graduates to exit the hall before you depart. Thank you.